Hello, my fellow hate comments that help engagement. I'm Mr. Church. Today we're going to be looking at the Atom Shop, of course, now that it's finally online, and we have actually some pretty dope AF stuff. Radiant Remedy bundle, which we'll be looking at, including all these things that come in it. I'm going to look at the Spelunker bundle, pretend, and then I'll probably give you an update on stuff that got ruined or didn't get fixed. And we'll look at some of the greatest hits things, and I'll tell you that this is probably something that's... And then we'll make some jokes and laugh, and it'll be a good time. We'll be reminded of the humanity. So first, the Radiant Remedy bundle. This is all new stuff, actually, which, and a lot of it's really cool. We have the Radiant Player Title Prefix. We have the Toxic Tinctures Cabinet Stash Box. The Radiant Remedy Shelter. Nuclear Waste Small Candle Lamp, Mutated Vines, Nuclear Waste Cloud Candle Lamp, Nuclear Waste Large Candle Lamp, Apothecary Sign, Toxic Tinctures Chemistry Workstation, Workstation. So that's pretty neat. Some of these things and the pictures, wow, these are really good pictures of it too, so you can tell what it looks like. So actually, yeah, we'll start with the Radiant prefix. Now, for those who don't know, to put a prefix or suffix on a player title, you go into your Pip-Boy, go over to the status, and then you'll find a prefix and suffix tab, and you can select one of each, or you can just have one. You could just run with a suffix or a prefix. Now we have the Mutated Vines. These, in my opinion, now this is my opinion, okay? So I want you guys to remember this. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone can have an opinion. My opinion is that these are ass, okay? They don't look good to me. I think it's the color. They're way too like blue, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable. Makes me feel uncomfortable. Because, like, I don't mind the plants themselves. They're fine, but, like, they should be a much greener color, in my opinion. They look kind of plastic. These don't have to be placed in dirt, so that's nice. That means you can stack them on stuff, or you can, you know, place them in places where you wouldn't otherwise be able to, which really is nice. Why should something be limited to being, like, placeable in dirt only? Makes no sense. Just let us build our stuff. Now, we have the candles. These are nuclear waste candles, okay? There's the small, the cloud, and the large, okay? Now, the design of these is not bad. I don't mind how they look in and of themselves. Now, you do have to click to turn them on. What does that mean? It means when you join a new server or log out and log back in, they're going to be off. You're going to have to manually turn them on. This is terrible, and it's a theme I've been seeing on a lot of their, like, candles and torches and things they've been adding to the Atom Shop. Whatever technology they used to have, we've reverted to the Dark Ages, and now we're using a new kind of technology that's worse. So whatever used to be the case with lights, what if we did that instead? Where, like, the game remembered what you had on and what you had off? That'd be nice. That'd be really nice, actually. At night, they're green. Obviously, that's a preferential thing. I don't really like green lighting. That's... like, why would I? You know what I mean? Like, but if you guys like it, that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna chew on your sandwich. Wait, actually, it looks kind of good. Now, the apothecary sign is actually a lot smaller than the picture of it makes it seem, in my opinion. Looks pretty neat, though. I will point this out, though. It is not a light, which means you cannot turn it off. So it is, like, the light that you have coming off it is what it is. It means it doesn't need to be powered up, and it doesn't count as a light for your light budget, because you can only have 50 lights in your camp. But, unfortunately, at night, as you can see, the light appears to be coming from the direct center of it, rather than from the neon tubing that goes around the jar part of the sign. That's where the light should be radiating from. And interestingly, in the picture that they're selling it with, it seems that the light is coming from this side. Like, doesn't this look like the light's coming from here? But as you can see, when I built it, the light's coming from the direct center of it. That's pretty strange, but I think it's a cool looking item, though. I like the beat up look of it. Now, this chems bench is maybe my favorite item in this bundle. It's really, really good. There's so many great details to it. There's these scuffed up metal cabinets. We've got the stuff on the shelves. We've got this old piece of, it's a blood bug proboscis, if you must know, on the counter. Maybe it's not. Who cares? That's what I'm going to call it. It could be a stingwing, but we don't know. But yeah, we've got like the notes telling you what's in the thing. These tanks with a little bit of steam coming out of it. Just there's like a lot of attention to detail with this thing. And it's again one of those items where you can tell there's that one guy that made it. You know what I mean? There's the one guy that made it, and they did a great job. I think this is a really, really good item, and it's really rustic. It's really immersive for, after the apocalypse. And it also is just really cool mad scientist vibes. I love it. You probably already have the plan for it, but if you don't have the plan for a chems bench, you won't be able to build this. But the workbench plans can be found all through the world. A lot of times you can find them sitting on top of the benches that they come with. So that's not really something a lot of you will run into, but if you're like a newer player and you bought this and you're wondering why you can't place it down, that's why. Anytime there's a workbench, you need to know the actual base plan of it before you can build it. Now we have the tinctures, the toxic tinctures cabinet stash box. This is also really awesome. I'd put it in second place. I would say the detail in it isn't quite as good. The jars look a little weird in my opinion. I know they're like probably supposed to be like a dirty or something, but in some lighting they look a little smoky, in like not a good way, like a graphically smoky way, if that makes sense. It's a really cool design. I really like it. I like the detail of the rusty drawers on it. And these kind of items are actually really cool. I've seen people repurpose these things in real life, where they'll like open some of these little drawers and they'll have like succulents growing out of and shit. You've probably seen that. So that kind of thing already kind of goes with like the overgrown feeling of the vibe of this whole like bundle. So I think this is a really cool item. And again, it's a stash box. Let's take a look at the Radiant Remedy shelter. Now, this, in my opinion, is actually one of the better shelters that they've made in a long time. I love the door of it, first of all. Really good bulkhead. You can put this in a lot of builds. It'll feel, it won't feel out of place. I don't really build in shelters that often. A lot of times they feel really themed or something, and I don't really like them. Some of the bigger shelters they've given us, like the Triumph Terrace housing development, have like bugged out lighting. The lighting is horrific, and they don't seem to have any plan of fixing it, so I don't really know what they're doing over there. But anyway, that does not seem to be the case with a Radiant Remedy shelter. Now this has a really good lighting, in my opinion. And when I came down here, my first thought was, this is a lot bigger than I thought. You come down, you can see the bulkhead behind you. And then as you walk through here, there's little cobwebs. There's really nice like old beams, and you can see like little bits of dust like kind of falling as the thing shifts almost. So it's got like this really grungy feel to it. And the way the light beams shine down is awesome. And you've got like these weird like catacomb cubby cutout things in some of the walls, which is cool. Little indents where you could build things. And then like the weird thing is like around here we've got like more rooms. We've got a place where you could put like a oven or something in if you want to make a kitchen in here. And then the building, the shelter keeps on going back this way, and if you come around this corner you can see that there is some more natural light flowing in. We've got really nice lighting of these cage bulb lights, which I wish we had these cage bulb lights, because the ones we have like a really bright white glow to them. There's water, and you can drink it, but you cannot collect it, because you can't collect things from shelters. Around this corner is like another little area where there's natural light flowing in, and this would make like a really cool like bedroom or something like that. What I was feeling when I was looking at this was like a grungy, like almost like a primitive vault shelter. Like it feels like a I don't know how to describe it. It reminded me of like Star Wars, like Tatooine buildings almost, that kind of thing, like sandstone cutouts. Anyway, it feels like it's wanting to be residential. It feels like it has like all the things here to be residential, but like kind of like a dirty, dirt floor vibe kind of thing. So I thought that was pretty massive. Then I noticed over here, what is the stairs? And then you can come down here and there's another area. And it's a lot smaller than the one above it, but still lots of space to work with. We still have like these little cutout things in the walls. a little room back here. Really nice. And then there's even like a little area where you could put like it's like a chimney almost. Like you can have like a little fireplace, hearth kind of situation. Like I said, there's like places where it feels like it wants to be residential. And then I saw you can keep going down. There's more stairs. So altogether, there are 3 floors to this shelter, which is actually pretty crazy. And when you come down here, this is the smallest room, of course. And there's more water down here. And it's kind of cool. There's like this little wood going across it. More lighting down here. Something weird that's happening is you get like this little pixelated shit happening when you're in the areas that have water in them. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's on the top of my screen. I don't know if that's going to happen on all platforms, if it was just happening for me on PlayStation, but it's pretty interesting. Altogether, I think that this shelter is really good, and it's a lot larger than you would think, given what it is, and even when you first walk down there. There's a lot of space in there, and I think that it would actually be fun to build in. I don't usually build in shelters, but I might build in this one. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So that is the Radiant Remedy bundle, and I think it's pretty good value. If the whole thing is 2,000 and it comes with a 1,500 atom shelter, if you want the shelter, I mean, the bundle is a no-brainer. It comes with, you can get all these individually, which I also like that they're doing, because a lot of times they'll have stuff that you can only get in the bundle. So in this case, the only thing is the Radiant prefix is the bundle exclusive. Everything else you can get on its own, which I think is really great. So that's cool. Weird, strange, and mysterious W there from someone that works there. Nice job. Now the Spelunker bundle, here's what we're up against. We've got the Gilded Paint pickaxe. It's a skin, obviously, you can tell from the picture. We've got the Deep Cave Hunter outfit, the Deep Cave Hunter helmet. The Deep Cave Hunter paint. Anytime they say paint and they don't say what it is, it's for the Pip-Boy, I found out. The Flame Paint pickaxe. The Shark Paint pickaxe. Abandoned Mine Shelter. Deep Cave Hunter backpack. Alright, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to buy a bundle that half of it is pickaxe paints. Pickaxe skins. Are you kidding me? Like, that is a meme weapon, but not even a funny meme weapon. You know what I mean? And so, like, I don't get it. I guess I don't get it, you know? Like, I'm not gonna... Okay. I will say, the Abandoned Mine Shelter is a fan favorite. I don't personally care for it, but again, I'm not a shelter person. I don't usually build in shelters. It's not bad, though. It's really dark lighting, so really good for, like, spooky builds. And it's like a decent sized space. So that is something, if you want, if you were waiting to get the Abandoned Mine Shelter, you might as well get the bundle, because that's like not a bad price, because it includes the shelter in there. But like, why would you buy intentionally with you have sentient thought, the ability to make rational decisions, and you buy a bundle with 3 pickaxe skins in it? This isn't Minecraft, buddy. This isn't Minecraft. Now, something that's really cool, and I'm surprised they even thought of it, and you'll see why later, is the West Coast Duster outfit has returned to the shop for free, and it is for Fallout First only. Now, if you want to grab Fallout First for a month, you'll be able to buy this, and you will keep it when your Fallout First runs out. So anytime that there's stuff that you can get or claim from the Atom shop, if you have Fallout First, you don't lose those items when Fallout First ends. This is obviously the outfit from the show, the ghouls outfit. So what they did was they put it on a human, even though they had access to ghouls, because it's their game and they've been working on ghouls for months, maybe even all year. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And they had it for free when the show first came out. Was that like a year ago now? Holy shit. And so it's back around because now we can play as ghouls, and people will probably be wanting to make the ghoul from the show. By the way, I did make a build of the ghoul from the show before we had player ghouls, so I had to make this with like as a human being. So I might revisit that at some point, especially if they add as a weapon to the game. But if you want to check that out, I'll link that below. I have some funny character builds, and I do have some builds planned with the new stuff that's been added to the game now. Now, Atomic Sail, this is stuff from, this was here last week. So a couple things I want to mention, because they have, some stuff. The Triumph Terrace, it was a Triumph Terrace build kit, which was a Fallout First freebie. It's bugged out, and when you put wallpaper on it, it turns blue. Just want to mention that hasn't been fixed. And the Fort Fortress bundle, which comes with Fort Fortress door, I pointed out in my video last week that it actually comes with 2 doors. There's like a greenish one and then a brown one. And I didn't remember the green one existing when I first made the original video when this first came out last summer. So that was interesting. And then today I noticed when I logged in, I can't interact with this door. I can open and close it, but I can't get rid of it. I can't store it. I can't scrap it. I can't replace it. I can't pick it up in the build menu. And so what that means usually is that item doesn't exist anymore in the build menu. So I went and looked, and sure enough, in my doors, I don't have the greenish looking one. I have the other one, but I don't have this one. And so when something like this happens, if you have that item built at your camp, you're fucked. You have to replace your camp to get rid of that item. I mean, you can't just break it and then it can't be repaired. But if it's an item that leaves behind some kind of, broken model, that's going to be there forever. And no one can repair it. If I break this door, it won't be repairable. And so that's interesting. So hopefully they put that door back in there, because they just deleted it for no reason. And if you have the green one built, that's going to be something that's ruined in your camp. And you better hope to God it doesn't get broken, because you won't be able to fix it. You also won't be able to put a door there either, because the hitbox of this will still exist. So you're just kind of fucked in that way. Sorry. Now, in the greatest hits, we have some of the greatest hits ever in the world. We've got the Soundstage bundle, which that comes with the movie reel photo mode frame, the Soundstage shelter. Looks smaller than I remember. The Shoot for the Stars player icon, studio camera, studio lights. Oh God, they accidentally messed up. They got it right. Director's chair. For those who are wondering, guys, this is a picture of these 2 things. They're fireworks. They shoot fireworks. Everything else in the picture, just don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Director's chair. No, this was the director's chair. My bad. Pyrotechnic kit. Hollywood gramophone. Applause sign. Hollywood popcorn machine. Hollywood vanity. The gramophone is really nice. Anything else in this bundle, I mean, some people like these lights, I guess. I haven't used them personally, but I think people do like them. The mirror's okay. Popcorn machine, we've got 40 of them. Anyway, that's something you could buy if you really wanted to. An alternative thing, which I have mentioned before, is a strategy I came up with a few years ago. Bic lighter. So you take a Bic lighter and burn your money. Like you catch it on fire. If you wanted to get rid of your money as quickly as possible and get nothing back. Now, the Butterfly Apothecary bundle, this thing is actually dope AF, I might say. Some might even say dope AF, you know what I mean? Because it has the Budding Apothecary. Wait, what? Sorry, that is the large bird nest display case, my bad. We have the Repairs emote, the Butterfly Sanctuary, the Mountaineer outfit. Wow, that is kind of a boxy fit. Reveille wake up emote, and the red barn, and the red barn, and the red barn. I think I missed the Budding Apothecary, guys. This is the Budding Apothecary, and this is the Reveille wake up emote, and then this is the red barn after that. Sorry, I got those mixed up. That's my bad. So in case you're wondering if any of this is good, the Budding Apothecary collects like random pieces of grass, but it looks really nice. And this banner is only on this side of it. So if you don't want this showing in your build, and you can hide it on this side. It doesn't, I don't think, have this on that side. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, can someone please like correct me in the comments section? But like do it in a way that's like nasty, because you forgot I'm a human being. And like you have this ability to just write words with your keyboard and then hit enter, and like somehow there's no like conscious thought or like self-reflection. There's no moment where you think that karma could exist, or you know, the actions that you take have consequences and have the ability to impact another person's life and well-being. So if you could do that, please, I would really appreciate it. I mean, what am I paying my therapist for anyway? You know what I'm saying? So then we also have the Butterfly Sanctuary. What a great picture of it. Could we zoom in further? I don't think because we accidentally, you can actually see some of it still. Yeah, that's, wow. Anyway, the cool thing about this, which they haven't done any other time that I'm aware of, and they should do, is this collects acid, but there is a floor decor version of it, which means you can build more than one of them, and you can build that floor decor version in like shelters and stuff. And they should do that with every collecting device, but they haven't. Can you imagine if we could build like a bunch of piles of wood, but we can only build that little one because it's a collection device? Something like that would be nice. Something to think about. But that's pretty cool. It's a cool item. The butterflies fly around on it. How nice is that? Now we have, of course, this is the back of an outfit, so you know what it looks like. Because when I want to buy something, I always ask if they would just turn it around so I can see only the back of it, personally. I'm seeing, like, that's way too much information to make a decision about, you know? So if you could, like, show me less, and then I'll make that guess at that time, thank you. One weird thing about this outfit is this thing that's hanging down will actually like flap around when you move. At least it used to. Maybe they fixed it, you know, because we don't want physics to exist. The flares are like sticking straight down in your backpack, so why would that be allowed to move freely? Hot rod paint. Wow, that really goes with the mountain you're at. You guys really know what you're doing here. Yeah, that's a really good outfit. So we do have the Reveille emote, which is this. Kind of nice. Everyone likes blowing trumpets and shit. So that's a nice thing to do. And the Repair emote. If you unlock any emote, by the way, and you're not finding it in your little wheel here, once you've pinged something and then on accident and then opened up the wheel, well, what you can do is go into the item shop, and then you have to go to emotes and find it and actually like manually equip it. And from here you can actually unequip ones that you don't want if your thing's like getting full of garbage. Like I'm gonna, you know, maybe unequip my Christmas ones so that I have more room for other stuff, so it's less overwhelming. That's something you can do, by the way, just so you guys know. But the Repair emote is in the help area, and then it doesn't have a special animation, but it just has the guy over your head with a wrench. So I guess you can communicate, hey guys, I need to repair my stuff with my 4,000 repair kits. It'll take 2 seconds, and it will take 4 seconds if I emote first, so that's what I'll do. Pretty good. Good for comms, in my opinion. Now we got the nest. Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Now when this first came out, this, what you guys don't know, is it's a display case, and you can make the Easter eggs in the Tinker's Bench and then display them on this. And when they first came out, the eggs, I'm not kidding, this is not a joke, they displayed on the edge of this, here, 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 and here, floating, all levitating on the edge. And they took pictures of it. And they put it in the item shop and said, want to buy this? And it was too much. It was way too much. They went so far that they had to actually fix it. When I say fix it, they made it so the eggs weren't floating, and now they just display on the edge of the nest still. Because you know how when well, let's make a bird's nest, said the bird. He talks in this analogy. So that I can lay my egg and it balanced mysteriously on the edge of it. Hopefully it falls off. Less mouths to feed. Except it's fewer mouths to feed. Don't want to say any incorrect grammar, do I? Because someone will come in my comment section and tell me that that's ignorant words. That sentence is ignorant. Because you know how sentences now, human, they have sentience, they have sentient will, and they have the ability to have knowledge, which means they also have the ability, unfortunately, to be ignorant. That sentence is ignorant. He doesn't know any better. That's okay. Could you please stop talking about my sentences like that? They don't know any better. You know, they're just popping into existence. I don't even know they're gonna be there until, wow, there they are. What did I just say? Who knows? I'll find out when I'm editing. Let's see. We also in this bundle have the Red Barn. This is a prefab. The prefab is nice because what does it have? The Red Barn set that we should have gotten from, you know, Fallout 4. Instead of we got that horrific, nasty, fuck-ass painted one that's way too red and bright, yet somehow has tinted windows. Tinted fucking windows that are all broken. Somehow the glass got smashed out long before any of the wood started to... Why did they redesign the Red Barn set to be worse? We should have known what was coming when they did that. It's just been more of the same decisions ever since. Anyway, so this is what the barn set was supposed to look like. Therefore, this barn is nice looking. But the important thing is it comes with this cool barn door, which can only be snapped into this prefab. However, Gaming Badgers came up with a method where you could make a blueprint and free place this door, which really opens up the possibilities of what you can do with it. I'm going to link their video as well. One thing that you can do, and I did using their special trick, was I made like a little raft thing in the middle of the water. It was the most fun build I've ever done. And I'm going to link it in the description. So what you can do when you're having a bad day and you want to do something to cheer yourself up, remember that video, and you, like, if you want like a really easy, simple, absolutely simple build and worth it, like really worth it, go make that build. It's fun. It's fun. I had a lot of fun when I made that one. It's super good. But the blueprint that I mentioned a couple weeks ago, where you can free place normal doors using you know, two doors snapped together, I was able to figure that out using the technology that I learned from what Gaming Badgers figured out with their blueprint. Now, the reason why I said that I got that method from Gaming Badger is because what happened was I looked at a YouTube video that had the information in it that I learned, and then what I did was with my eyes, because I can move them around in my head a little bit, I was able to tilt them downward and see right underneath the video, because I didn't have it like in full screen, so I could see underneath it. Maybe that's the problem. But anyway, there was like, I could see the name of the channel there, so I was able to learn, oh, that's where I got that information. You know, so that information was right down there for me to look at. And then, so like what I did was, oh, that's pretty cool. Cool information. So I'll give them a shout out and, you know, credit the person where I learned that information from. So that's how that works. In case anyone was wondering, it's like a little tutorial on how to credit someone when you take their stuff and then make a tutorial that includes stuff that you learn from them, but you don't want to say their name, and they have to prove that they came up with it, or you won't credit them, even though you know that they did come up with it. But, you know, until then, you're not going to credit them because you don't really like them that much. Why would you? Because they say mean words and stuff, and also have, I mean, let's face it, a huge cock. Unrelated, but I went to this mom and pop the other day. I started pocketing everything in sight because I wanted it, you know? And like someone else, like the guy who owned the store, it was technically his, but I didn't really, like, I wanted it to be mine. So I just took it. So I put it in my pants and just fill my pants with it. Okay. So no, I didn't fill my pants so anyway, so I, all kinds of stuff, you know, just emptying the shelves left and right. And then I left with it. I took it and left. And the reason why, but it's fine, like morally, legally, ethically, all those things, because I don't really like the guy who owns the store, you know? So it's fine. So, like, I don't really like him, and so I guess I will take his stuff, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So, Like, now that I think about it more, that does make sense. Anyway, that is what's in that bundle. Now, here's something interesting, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 St. Patrick's Day items, including 2 bundles. Some of you guys who are watching this in the future won't know, so I'll say it out loud, okay? Today is March 18th. St. Patrick's Day is March 17th. Okay, so 17 goes before 18. It's actually the day before. So what happened was, that was yesterday. So what happened was you guys put the St. Patrick's stuff in the store the day after St. Patrick's Day. Sorry, I'm sure you just didn't realize that because it's, the same date every year, so hard to keep track of, I guess. You have this many St. Patrick's Day items. None of these are new, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. The Pose bundle isn't part of this. It was just mixed in. So we only have 1, 2, 4. Sorry. Misread. Sorry about that, guys. Only 4 stuff. That's my... Okay, it's fine, actually. Now, if it's only 4 things, that's actually fine. So, like, you know how they're always, like, cocking around? They take, like, stuff... Like, at Christmas time, we got, like, Valentine's Day stuff. Halloween stuff at Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they've been doing lately. This is pretty bad. This is the day after the holiday. So last week, when it was dry as hell, there was nothing in the shop. They could have put any of this stuff in there. Any of it. Literally. So that people could have, like, the St. Patrick's stuff day on the holiday. But now, what you did was you put it on the actual worst possible day you could, because it is the longest possible amount of time until the next St. Patrick's Day. Okay? Why did you do that? Why did you do that, though? What on earth were you thinking? Like, that's like... I'm just... Right now, there's a lot of, like... I'm just wondering. Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm just curious. Like, what's the reason? What's the reason for doing this again? I forget. Oh, yeah, because everyone has... What is it again? Week-long St. Patrick's Day celebrations? Sure, that's probably a thing. I would guess. Why wouldn't it be, you don't even... Oh, why? Wow. But, guys, wait. LeperCon. You know what? That makes it all worth it. A terrible pun on top of it. Do you know what a leper is? It's like a skin condition. It doesn't make your mouth have cracks coming off it. It doesn't make your eyes okay, I gotta be done with this area. But the Plague Doctor mask, guys, actually is pretty good. This is actually a really old Atom Shop thing. It was like one of the first things I bought from the Atom Shop. And I wore it for quite a bit of time. I really like it. Wish it came with like a hat or something, But it's pretty cool, though, nonetheless. So in the special offers, we have a new level 50 boost that you can get if you are under level 50 and you want to waste money instead of going and leveling up in about 20 minutes. But again, I still recommend the Bic lighter method. And the reason why, because Bic, like, it's so cheap to get one of those that you can save that money so you can burn the most possible amount of money with it. Because, like, if it's a more expensive lighter, like a Zippo, then you will have less money left over to catch on fire with. So that's why I always recommend Bic. It's not like a better lighter, in my opinion. Like a Zippo is like more classy, That's just a personal opinion of mine, guys. And I mean, Bic's fine. But I would definitely recommend something that can catch your money on fire if you're thinking about getting this, because uh what anyway, we also have the weekly daily deals. Now every single week they release, there's one item every day that's on sale. It's only in the shop for 24 hours. This one was in the shop for much less because the service came online a bit late, but that's fine. And it's usually like discounted stuff. Today it is the Vault Boy Power Armor Helmet. That actually is the Vault Boy and Girl Power Armor Helmet. However, this comes with both. I usually wear this Vault Boy helmet on like every power armor that I own. And the nice thing is, it does work with any power armor so far that I've used. It says it's usable with any power armor, so if you try it with a power armor, it doesn't work, make sure you submit a ticket and get your money back, and then they'll take it back because they're hoes. This is actually a really cool thing that I like, and a lot of people have asked where I get it from, so that's in the shop today. Unlikely that everyone is going to see that, but hopefully you noticed it if you logged in. I'm going to put a list of the items that they are going to have this week on the screen, including the date and the price. And then what you can do is just imagine in your mind's eye what those things might be, because that's what shopping here is like, as you know. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my patrons and channel members for your support. I wouldn't be able to make these videos and spend my money on this stuff that's broken, bugged, and doesn't work if it wasn't for your support. I really appreciate it. I recently uploaded a ghoul guide if you're looking for more information, so you can check that out. I'll link it in the description. If you're interested in supporting me in that way, the link for the Patreon is in the description. I also stream on Twitch, and there's a Discord. You should follow me on Twitch and join the Discord. The links for those are in the description. Hope you guys are enjoying the new ghoul things, and I'll see you guys in the next video.